Hey, thanks for joining Collett and I for a chat. We're talking about how to talk to our kids about COVID-19. Now, we are inundated with news about this virus and how we're to, look after ourselves and even stay 1.5 metres apart, which we are.
We are doing.
So how should we be teaching our kids or talking to our kids about this serious pandemic that's affected our country and our world?
I think the first thing to do as parents is model. Our children will pick up what's going on for us, even without us verbalising. Our children can pick up our body language, they can pick up our anxiety. So we need to make sure we've got places to offload our own anxiety so that it's not onto our children.
Okay.
So modelling's a really big part of it. I think also just being aware of the different ages and stages. For many young children, we say shielding is the best option.
Right.
They are still going to pick it up.
When you talk about young, are you talking about?
Look, preschool, toddler kids, shielding as much as we can. So staying out of, when we have big conversations, make sure they're out of earshot, chat about it when they're having a nap.
Oh, really?
Or they're actually in bed. Some of the basic things we can tell them, but just keeping them shielded from the big stuff.
Right.
They just need to know they're safe. Okay. Older children, primary age children, yes. Teenagers, they need facts, but remembering that they are also going to process a lot of this in emotional ways rather than intellectual.
Okay.
A lot of our children's questions, look for what's underlying their question, and their underlying question is usually, am I safe? Are we safe? We can't always guarantee that, but that's what they're worried about.
And is that the message which we're supposed to tell our kids? Like, what are we supposed to do, Collett, in these situations?
So there's a fascinating study on how to empower families during a healthcare crisis. What they call it is the care principles. Right. Care is basically broken down into 4 different areas. So the C is choices. Okay. Giving our children the opportunity to practice things that is their choice. The obvious ones are hygiene, using hand sanitizer. Yeah. For our teenagers, some of the choices can be monitor what you're watching, how much you're watching, right. How much is coming through on your social media feed.
I think that can apply to parents as well.
Absolutely. And are we checking that we're looking at reliable sources and not flooding ourselves as parents?
Yes.
The second one is, for A, is agenda. So giving your children and the family the option to kind of think of an agenda. What if school breaks up or school has to stop? What happens then?
Right.
What does our agenda look like? Are we practicing exercise habits? Okay. What things can we do, like cuddle our pets or walk the dog? What things are we going to do for family members? Mm-hmm. The third one is R, which is resilience. Often when our teenagers and us as adults reach out, we've spoken about volunteering here before. Mm-hmm. When we reach out and we volunteer, we actually take the focus off of ourselves or fixating on the issue, and we actually feel empowered. And then the most important one is emotional support.
Right.
Listen to your children. Listen to what's happening underneath their fears for them. We don't need to give them false hope, right. But we need to know that our job is to keep them safe. Then also just letting them vent. If they're disappointed that things have been cancelled, let them say that. Okay. Don't give them platitudes. So really it's just about loving and caring for our children, right. Hugging our children.
And reassuring them.
And reassuring them, but hugging and touching our own children in our own safe space.
Thank you so much, Collett, for those awesome tips. I know that's helped you. Don't forget, CARE is the message that Collett's giving us. So keep it locked right here at Mums at the Table.